What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to give you a good overview of some of the data points, talk on what big money is doing, but more specifically, Peter just had an interview and I want to talk on something that he did kind of allude to that stood out to me. So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So today it did go up 5.25%. It had a high of $6.54, a huge amount of volume today. So a lot of eyes on Lucid. And so in reality, 68.54 million shares being traded. So like I said, a lot of big money. And this is, I think, based on the price point and the recent partnership announcement with Aston Martin, it is getting a lot of good attention. As well, Peter did participate in an interview on CNBC. It's only roughly around 4 minutes, so not too long, but he does say something in here that really stood out to me, and he almost used the same wording and phrasing that he's used in the past. I do believe it was from the Q1 2022 earnings. In addition to, he kind of alluded to similar kind of wordings in previous PRs, more specifically that if they did obtain a strategic partnership in regards to their whole licensing of technology, that could help them propel them to a lower priced vehicle sooner. And of course, this is one that I did find from 2021, very long ago, of course, but it does say right here that they do anticipate a lower priced vehicle within 9 years. And as it says right here, if a major automaker licensed Lucid's tech, an affordable EV based on its reach the market obviously within 4 years. So obviously if they do have that licensing technology or strategic partnership, this is where they could have it in 4 years. So in reality, they might be alluding to having a lower priced vehicle coming out fairly soon as a result of this. So like I said, just the weird wording that he's used in the past, it almost mirrored exactly what he has said. I think it was from the Q1 2022 earnings. So I'm going to take a look, go through all the transcripts of that, and I'll get back to you on a later video about this. But in reality, he speaks very positively about this. And not to knock Peter by any means, but on how Peter does typically talk in any of the earnings, this is a very nice change of events. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence. But at the time of doing this video, there is no other SEC filings, no press releases. So it is just a little bit more of a additional FOMO into Lucid, because a lot of people are seeing Lucid as a significant discount, especially based on now this recent partnership, as well just a lot of good optimism when it comes down to Peter, and especially how he's speaking on Lucid and the future. So I'll give you guys a quick overview of the data points, more specifically looking here. So these are all the transactions that did occur on the dark pool. So very active. I'll give you guys a quick overview of shorts and what they did, because dark pool is very much linked to shorting, unfortunately. But this is a secondary market, which obviously a lot of typical retail investors, you and I, trade on. And there was a lot of good big transactions. So 1.6 million, 1.41, 13.9 million. Majority of these are in fact buys as well, based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price. So of course, big money has been really much accumulating Lucid over the last several days, ever since this partnership. And I do find it very interesting because even I think a couple of videos prior to that whole partnership being announced, big money was clearly taking a step back. It was very notable the fact that they were not even buying worth of anything. But ever since that partnership, it seems to have lit a fire under them, and they are just buying relentlessly. In addition to that, if you're looking here at the momentum indicator, that same fire is going to retail. So this is showing the number of retail investors getting in and very much going up. So big money and also retail for the first time is buying very heavily at the same time. Because like I said in the past, unfortunately, one negative aspect of Lucid is you can see when big money is buying, and then typically 2 or 3 weeks later, that's when they say, based on PR, hey, you know what, Lucid's a good buy right now. And then typical retail investors buy. So it's good to see that retail is on top of it right now. Looking at stochastic, it is currently at 41, so a little bit more neutral, but a very bullish signal behind the scenes. So like I said, big money is buying. Technicals are showing very optimistic as well. Looking right here, one negative thing, like I said, I want to give you all viewpoints, is the options. So clearly someone is very much betting against Lucid because there was a grand total of $20 million in puts that was purchased today versus $6.07 million in calls, which still $6.07 million in calls is still fairly optimistic, but $20 million in puts does signal that people are still anticipating it to go down. And based on this grid right here that shows all the strike prices, expiry dates, everything else, it is projected to go around $7 within the next couple of weeks. So once again, options activity doesn't necessarily move the stock price. It is just merely a sentiment. But I'll give you guys a quick overview of what shorts did today. So short score is currently 78. Utilization is 72.49%. And currently today, they did return a little bit of shares. So 2.71 thousand shares, or 271, I guess, thousand shares. 17.8% of the free float's being shorted. And that works out to be 164.87 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow, oddly, over the last several weeks has just gone down to complete penny. So it is at 2%, which is, like I said, kind of low, but still shorts are returning their position because they do see that there's a lot of upside coming. So like I said, a lot of very much bullish signals behind the scenes with the exception of the options activity. But of course, that just might be someone hedging their bets. It might be quite a lot of different things. But as far as some expectations on what might be coming next, so it did actually get back within this S3 to the S2. So it's kind of normalizing a little bit. But the next big resistance points that you need to watch for is 680 and 709. I do still strongly feel that it can get back to the $7 range by Friday, and that might be a little bit more optimistic, but I do feel that it can easily be done in my opinion. But like I said, $6.32 is also another point to watch for. That is the next big support zone. So once again, I do feel that Lucid is finally getting the attention it does deserve, and you never know, right? This might be opening up Pandora's box to something very, very positive in the coming quarters. So let me know you guys' thoughts on all this in the comments below. Give yourself a shout out if you have been buying, selling, holding, what you have been doing over the last little bit. I am very happy to have added, I think it was around 700 additional shares at a price of $5.80. I wish I would have caught the bottom around the $5.50 because kind of funny in my videos, I did say that it most likely based on the technicals was going to go down to $5.50, but I didn't really listen to my own opinion on that, and I only bought in at $5.80. But still, regardless, I'm pretty happy with that. But if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. Take advantage of some free promos, and that is with Moomoo. Link in the description below and also the comments. Sign up for a free account, you get one free stock. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. As you can see, deposit $100, get 5 free stocks plus a $100 cash reward. So it's a complete win-win, and this is only for a couple days left, only until June the 30th. So take advantage while you can. Link in the description below and also the comments. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.